Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So if you're from the States, today's July 4th, Independence Day. So happy 4th of July, everybody. I wanted to do a quick video and take a look at some independent watchmakers. There's a lot of really amazing small micro brand independent watchmakers out there, really making some quality products. Some you may have heard of. Some of you might be surprised they're technically independent watchmakers. Some brands you might have heard of and thought there's no way they're an independent watchmaker, but yes, they are. Technically, Rolex, AP, Patek Philippe, if you want to get technical, they're independent brands as well. They're not under a corporate umbrella. Obviously, there's a gray area there, but it's like Omega is under the Swatch Group umbrella, so they're not an independent brand. They're owned corporately by the Swatch Group. But we're going to take a look today at some independent brands, just a few, but I found some interesting ones and some really interesting choices, some really amazing horology comes out of these independent brands. They are hungry, they are striving for change, they're striving to innovate. They're not resting on any laurels, so you see a lot of really amazing pieces through these small independent companies. So let's flip it around, take a look, and thank you again for the channel support. Take care. The name H.Moser Cie may be familiar to some. The brand has steadily been making a name for itself over the years. The company is from Schaffhausen, Switzerland, and has been creating unique and boundary-pushing timepieces since 2005. The Moser Streamliner model from 2019 is widely accepted as the model that launched the brand's rise to notoriety. They are well known for extremely good craftsmanship, attention to detail. The dials are absolutely amazing. Again, from independent watchmakers, you're going to find this type of attention to detail. They're not cranking out tens of thousands of pieces every year. They're able to concentrate on quality and detail and craftsmanship on a much smaller scale. It brings an amazing amount of talent. These craftsmen are not pushed, they're not rushed, they're not held to corporate kind of standards. They're able to create, they're able to open up and just bring their talent and their true passion into the creation of these pieces. That's why with companies like Moser, you're going to see that kind of quality. Zelos. Zelos is another amazing independent brand. They were founded to offer timepieces with the cutting edge design and materials such as bronze or carbon fiber. They produce and design their watches from the ground up. They want to ensure that you get a watch that can be found nowhere else. Extremely popular. If you ever try to buy a new Zelos release, they're always sold out. As you can see here, every model is sold out pretty much. Since the start in 2014, they've launched 3 models on Kickstarter with increasing success. So the first one they offered was the Helmsman, got 273% of the targeted funding. The next one, the Chroma, followed with 350% of the funding target, and then finally the Abyss got 650% of the target funding. So you can see that people are really drawn to these pieces. They're great dive watches. You might have heard of the Swordfish series. That's a really popular series that they have. Again, great independent company. They have an ethic that their designs should not be confined to luxury brands. Like, you should be able to get a really nice designed watch, a high quality watch, and not have to pay a fortune for it. So that's kind of their business model. But yeah, it's working because they're very, very popular watches. And just a little blurb here about the company. Christopher Ward. So, co-founder and CEO Mike France tells the story of how he, Peter Ellis, and Chris Ward started this British watch brand. They were all on a boat trip in the Thames River in May of 2004, and they had sold businesses, a toy company, a learning center. Chris was bored with importing t-shirts, and they all suggested they start a business together. So Chris, was obviously a very profound watch collector. They needed something they were all interested in. They were all interested in horology and watches. And they settled on the name Christopher Ward because it sounded the most British, apparently. So interesting there. But yeah, Chris Ward, they pay homage to a lot of different designs, iconic designs of the past. As you can see here, what I just said, basically, it's from their website, explaining about the launch of the company and everything. And yeah, these guys are really good. Yeah, the most quintessentially English name of the three of us, Christopher Ward. So, but yeah, they put a lot of time and effort, a lot of passion into their timepieces, and it shows. Again, another independent watchmaker that doesn't have to answer to a large corporation or board members or anything like that. So, you get quality pieces, and again, they do pay homage to a lot of different iconic watches from the past. They also have their Loop magazine here, which is pretty cool. You can get a free copy, subscribe to that, just to basically a horticultural publication, but it's kind of interesting. You don't see this too much anymore. So, they have a good history of different watches and that kind of thing. So, interesting there. Chris Ward's a good company. Definitely worth checking out. All right, Ming. So Ming, you may have heard of them in the recent past, not too far back there. They had some issues with quality control on some of their pieces, but they've come past that, and they've come out better for it. So the Malaysian brand here, founded by Ming Thane, is best described as a horological platform that is fully funded by 6 watch enthusiasts. So 6 watch people got together and created Ming. The brand made a name for itself with the Ming 19.01, released in 2017. It was a finalist in the prestigious Grand Prix de Horologie in Geneva in 2018. And it turned out to be just the beginning of their success story from there. They're instantly recognizable pieces, round case designs, remarkable lugs, minimalist style design, iconic hands. The combination of design and technology has earned the brand a dedicated following. Yeah, very tough to get a new Ming release as well. All right, last but certainly not least, I'm sure you may have heard of F.P. Journe, one of the top independent watchmakers. The company's motto, invent et facit, Latin for he invented it and he made it, denotes that the company designs and builds the entirety of their watch movements. So they only make about 800 pieces a year. This is high-end Swiss watchmaking at its finest. Founded in 1999 by Francois Paul Journe, the only 3-time winner of the Argile d'Or Grand Prize from the Fondation du Grand Prix Horologie de Genève. Journe focuses on complex precision chronometers with production, like I said, around 800 watches per year. Now, the only caveat to this as an independent watchmaker is that in 2018, Chanel acquired 20% of the company, but they still operate as an independent watchmaker. Obviously, Chanel's not involved in any of the actual manufacturing or anything like that. So, yeah, F.P. Journe, as you can see, amazing high-end timepieces. This timeline here is basically just Francois Paul Journe's little journey through horology there. Wanted to include this in there, but amazing high-end, attention to detail, innovation, the mechanics, the technology, the finish on these pieces is amazing, flawless. And here's a little information over there for the history. But yeah, so F.P. Journe, amazing company. Couple different collections. Like I said, they only make about 800 pieces a year. They're definitely not rushing out anything. They're taking their time. A little bit of a sport collection here, line sport. But each piece is definitely a masterpiece. So yeah, that's what I wanted to go over in this video. Just kind of celebrate the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the States. And if you're not in the States, just to go over the some independent watchmakers you might not have been familiar with, and kind of pay homage to the ones that still do it without the corporate sponsors.